I could pretend in these. You niggas cap. You niggas cap. You niggas cap. You niggas cap. I get a rush for that bag. You niggas cap. You niggas cap. You niggas cap. I get a rush for that bag. I got tired of these niggas, so I'm gon' bang, get the drop on these niggas. Finger fuck on a Nina, I ain't got time, I just fuck on her face. Bag, wait, for you niggas just cap, wait. I'm married, that's not in the jeans, wait. I could pretend in these. You niggas cap. You niggas cap. You niggas cap. You niggas cap. I get a rush for that bag. You niggas cap. You niggas cap. You niggas cap. I get a rush for that bag. I got tired of these niggas, so I'm gon' bang, get the drop on these niggas. Finger fuck on a Nina, I ain't got time, I just fuck on her face. Bag, wait, for you niggas just cap, wait. I'm married, designer the jeans, wait. I could pretend in these. You niggas cap. You niggas cap. You niggas cap. You niggas cap.
1 2 1 2 1 2. Subscribe to the channel if you choose. Nobody's talking about this girl. Nobody's talking about this girl from South Carolina. Hold on a second. Nobody's talking about this girl from South Carolina. And that's messed up. If this was a man, if this was a boy, and you gotta say a high profile, because this girl plays for South Carolina, the #1 glad women's program in America. And what happened was this woman, first of all, they said the girl was a minor. Now, minor could be 17. The girl was a minor. I don't know how old this girl is. She could be 21, though. But whatever the case is, the girl could be 17, 16, a minor. And what happened was the minor said that this girl was mad that she was cheating on her. So that's why we decided to break this down, because these women want to live a man's life. And you deal with the black woman and they will cheat on you. And you will, if you're like that, you get upset and you put your hands on people. But this is where the roads get crossed. You believe you could put your hands on a person as a woman and won't get the same penalties as a man, right? But they didn't do that. They're treating you equal. If this was a big-time basketball player as big as the South Carolina women's unit is, this would be big news. This woman is suspended from the team and everything. This is real news. She's suspended from the team. She pushed that, she got charged $30,000 bail. And if this was a man or men's basketball, or high profile, because these are the best of the women, these people that play for South Carolina, so it would be a high profile man situation. I'm like, this is not even on the news. I mean, not even Stephen A. Like, this is supposed to be work. Like, you would cover this. Like, this is like, something that you would cover. But let's get into it. That's who the girl is. Let's get into what the police and the news said. I'm like, wow, nobody's talking about this. This is crazy. I just wanted to show you her on the court, how ruthless she is, which can help you understand why she got those charges. The woman's ruthless, so they pushed her court date back. Some wild shit, B. Matter of fact, let's start at the end and then go back. Let's start there and then go backwards.
We have an update tonight on the case against USC women's basketball player Ashlyn Watkins. According to her lawyer, Todd Rutherford, the law firm, Watkins' appearance in court is going to be waived tomorrow. That means she will not physically be there. The Fifth Judicial Court tells News 19 that this would have just been a first court appearance hearing. No judge presides over the first appearances. Watkins is charged with assault and kidnapping, and according to an arrest warrant, she admitted to assaulting a victim at a USC housing complex on campus back in August. She was released on a $30,000 PR bond, and of course, we are going to keep you updated on this case. She is still suspended from USC's basketball team, and that will be
right. Like, why is this not major news?
The case until this case.
This should be major news on two fronts. These women that they want to be. I'm just trying to place it from a just reality standpoint. This should be major news because she's supposed to want to be a megastar. She's supposed to be high draft pick for the WNBA. Okay? So she's a star. Not only that, she wants to get into relationships with women and don't understand that women will cheat on you. And if you a star, women, I hate to say it, will try to bring you down. You are the shining star. And you let people around you that will do that to you. Why? Because you want to, I'm not saying a man can't do it, but you want to deal with women. Not only that, you believe you could put your hands on a woman as a woman and nothing happens to you, but you want to be equal to a man. So they put you on $30,000 bond. That's a lot of money. Okay? You get suspended from the team before the season even starts. Can't nobody. Now, these are real charges. This is not fake. And she admitted to putting her hands on the person, forcefully grabbing her face, pulling her by her arms and pushing her during the incident. The defendant picked the victim up against her will and carried her away. The defendant also grabbed the victim's head and forced her to walk down the hall, thus controlling her movement while preventing her from leaving. The victim eventually was able to flee and pull the fire alarm. Okay? Now, in South Carolina, they have some messed up laws. If you prevent a person from walking a certain way, they call it kidnapping. It's not like you hid somebody in the trunk or whatever. You just prevent them, you lift them up against their will, that's kidnapping. So let's get some more going on. Like, South Carolina law is crazy. Like, you cannot you cannot force somebody to walk the other way in South Carolina, or that's kidnapping. But when you mix that up with the girl was a minor, and she said that all this happened because she cheated on the girl. Okay? So Ashlyn Watkins want to be an alpha male who believes that nobody should cheat on them and they control the woman's life. This is the price that alpha males pay. Think it's easy?
Continuing coverage tonight in the arrest of University of South Carolina basketball player Ashlyn Watkins. An athletic department spokesperson told WIS today that per policy, any athlete arrested is suspended, but would not confirm specifically if Watkins had been suspended. Although just a short time ago, two
charged with assault and battery in the first degree and kidnapping. See what I'm saying? Like, why is this not the big news? Why Angel Reese podcast ain't covering this? Why the women ain't covering this? Well, first of all, they don't care. The women don't care about WNBA basketball, but the ones that do, why is this not big news? How this woman, forget the kidnapping, because you can't really say forget it because she's charged with it, but they say if you turn somebody the other way and grab them, if you lift them up in the air, that's kidnapping. She did not want to be lifted in the air. But let's just say forget the kidnapping. What about the assault and battery?
Two trusted sources have confirmed to WIS that Watkins' suspension has been lifted.
Now, Watkins is charged with assault and battery in the first degree and kidnapping. According to an incident report, Watkins was in an argument with a female juvenile at an on-campus affiliated.
Female juvenile on an on-campus dormitory. Okay. And you talk, and like I said, you want to be men, we're going to talk about you like a man. All right. Female juvenile, what does that mean? That means she on some Diddy shit. Let's just talk about it. So you telling me these females be on Diddy shit? These females are like R. Kelly. They'll go back to the high school with the younger girls that's playing basketball. They'll make basketball camps and groom younger women. Same sort of filth that the men are doing, they're doing.
Now, Watkins is charged with assault and battery in the first degree and kidnapping. According to an incident report, Watkins was in an argument with a female juvenile at an on-campus affiliated apartment complex at 650 Lincoln Street early Saturday morning. The report states officers found the victim being restrained by Watkins from jumping over a ledge at the building's parking garage. The victim initially told police Watkins hit her multiple times. However, later said Watkins never hit her. WIS.
Okay. So this is what happens to men. You out here messing with people and then juveniles. So you're messing with people and then juveniles. You don't know their mindset. They could be looking at you as a meal ticket. And they will say that you did things to them. This is what men go through. But the fact that you're messing with a juvenile, now you're talking about civil stuff. She says she hit her, but now she took the story back. What does that mean? South Carolina's powerful. They start talking to her. But let's go.
Reporter Naomi Popa joins us live to explain the charges and what this means for the athlete. And Naomi, as we read through that incident report, a lot of conflicting information. And at one point, the victim refused to cooperate with police.
That's right, Judy Hannah. As you know, a first-degree assault and battery charge is a felony. That means if Watkins is convicted, she faces up to 10 years in prison. Now, as for the kidnapping charge,
10 years in prison for the assault and battery down in South Carolina, and all she did was slap the girl upside the head. You can't put your hands on people.
With state representative and local attorney Seth Rose, he tells me the state's kidnapping statute needs to change for several reasons.
Concerned that I think most people would be shocked to know restricting someone's movement for a moment in time is kidnapping.
Rose says when law enforcement charges a person with kidnapping, it's often heavy-handed if the person isn't responsible for an abduction. A kidnapping charge is considered a felony and is punishable by up to 30 years if convicted of the crime. Rose says kidnapping misconceptions is reason alone that the statute should change for South Carolina.
The kidnapping statute needs to be changed because under the current law, if you restrict someone's movement for an instant, for a moment, then you are guilty of kidnapping. And that defies logic and what the general public would see. When you see so-and-so arrested for kidnapping, you would rightfully think that they've thrown someone in the trunk of their car and gone for a ride, or they've locked someone in their basement and left them. That's not what has to happen.
According to an arrest warrant, police say Watkins, during an argument at 650 Lincoln Street, grabbed the juvenile victim's head.
Hold on. Now let's get this straight. Did the police see her doing something, or did she have an arrest warrant, or was it both? Because they said the police saw it and then they said arrest warrant.
You would rightfully think that they've thrown someone in the trunk of their car and gone for a ride, or they've locked someone in their basement and left them. That's not what has to happen.
According to an arrest warrant, police say Watkins, during an argument at 650 Lincoln Street, grabbed the juvenile victim's head and forced her to walk down a hall. The warrant says the victim was able to escape, pull a fire alarm, leading police and fire to respond. After the first-degree assault and battery charge, Watkins faces up to 10 years in prison. Rose tells me if anyone does something with the intent to harm another person and lays hands on that person, it's considered assault and battery.
But if I do something with the intent to harm you, and I lay hands on you, that's assault and battery. And then we just start ciphering out what level of assault and battery it is.
Both the second and third degree assault and battery charge are considered misdemeanors, while a first degree charge is a felony. Watkins posted a $30,000 personal recognizance bond, and her first appearance in court is scheduled for Friday, October 25th.
Like I said, I don't know why nobody's talking about this. Because this is what's going on. They're messing with minors. They're making basketball camps. They believe they could put their hands on another female because they're a female. Shit won't happen. They're not realizing life as a man and trying to be a celebrity that females will take you down. You cannot be going back to the high school getting minors. You cannot be doing basketball camps, sleeping with minors. Wow.
State Representative Seth Rose, whose district includes USC's campus, tells me he has spoken to prosecutors and will be working on a revision to state law and its definition of a mere moment sufficing as kidnapping or abduction charge. Reporting to
now they're trying to change the law for her. They're trying to change the law for her because she plays for South Carolina. What about all the men that get fucked up like that?
WIS News Time.
And Naomi, because of such high interest in this case, we just want to reiterate, as we said earlier in your story, that the USC athletics spokesperson never confirmed that Watkins was suspended, but late tonight, just before our newscast, two trusted sources did confirm to WIS that Watkins' suspension has now been lifted. So obviously, as we learned.
So what does that mean? That means that they got to that girl. Dolomite, peace, King. That means they got to that girl and trying to get her to take them charges back. But y'all know how it go, at least in New York. Once you get booked for them charges, and my thing is, it was a warrant. It was a warrant for the woman. So I'm like, yo, why Angel Reese and them ain't talking about that? We got to get all monsters out of society. And I'm not saying she's a monster, but if she admitted to putting her hands on that girl. I tell you what, South Carolina news channels are sure covering it.
And for the first time since her arrest, we're hearing from the attorney of the USC women's basketball star, Ashlyn Watkins, who says this is all a misunderstanding and the truth will soon be revealed in time. Watkins is charged with assault and kidnapping after she was arrested by campus police Saturday. It is happening at an on-campus apartment. According to the arrest warrants, Watkins assaulted the victim by forcefully grabbing her face, pulling her arms, and pushing her. It goes on to say,
pulling her arms, pushing her face, and pulling her, trying to make her go with her. And if this was a man, we would say, yo, you got it going on. You the top star in college. Why you chasing one girl? Why you doing that?
that Watkins picked up and carried that victim against her will, grabbing her head and forcing her to walk down the hall, not allowing her to leave. We're told eventually the victim was able to get away and pulled the fire alarm, which then alerted officials. The warrant also states that surveillance video captured the incident. Watkins' attorney says that the facts will show this was a misunderstanding.
We just ask for patience.
Well, they said that it has video. Why we don't get to see that video? Why we get to see Ray Rice video, Jay-Z video? Why we can't P. Diddy video? Why we can't see her video on how she was doing to that underage girl? Unreal. Yo, this bitch look like Arsenio Hall.
Down the hall, not allowing her to leave.
Bitch look like Arsenio Hall.
We're told eventually the victim was able to.
See, this is what happened. Now, she's tall and she look like that. So what happens? Tall women, they say they gotta get tall men. These WNBA and a lot of these sports women, it's the wildest shit in the world, man. They had decided a long time ago, I'm not going to be a sexy woman.
Get away and pulled the fire alarm, which then alerted officials. The warrant also states that surveillance video captured the incident. Watkins' attorney says that the facts will show this was a misunderstanding.
Look, she running little camps for little girls. This is a minor.
We just ask for patience as we unpack what happened 2 nights ago. And we firmly believe that when all the facts come out, this will simply be a misunderstanding. And that she maintains her innocence throughout this entire process.
And Watkins was given a $30,000 bond. Public records also show the conditions of her bond will include no direct contact with the victim. She does have permission to travel outside of the state for games and practices and has a court appearance scheduled for late October.
So they pushed her October court date back because they said that the girl stopped communicating. South Carolina's on it, but Angel Reese and all of them are not on. Look at this white dude. This white dude's on it.
Good afternoon. This is Sam Shapiro reporting to you from the WIS newsroom. We have breaking news that University of South Carolina basketball player Ashlyn Watkins has been charged with assault and kidnapping. Watkins was arrested by campus police on Saturday, August 31st, after an incident at an on-campus affiliated apartment complex on the 600 block of Lincoln Street. Now, according to an arrest warrant, Watkins assaulted the victim, who was not named, by forcefully grabbing her face, pulling her by her arm.
This was an arrest warrant. This, like I say, this was an arrest warrant that they said they have on video that she did this stuff. Let's go.
Arms and pushing her. The arrest warrant went on to say Watkins also picked up and carried the victim against her will, grabbed her head, and forced her to walk down the hall, thus controlling her movement while preventing her from leaving. The victim, who was treated for non-life-threatening injuries by EMS, was able to run away and pulled a fire alarm, causing first responders to report. The arrest warrant stated.
Now, can that girl sue South Carolina? What can that girl do?
Watkins was granted on a $30,000 personal recognizant bond. Court records show, according to public index records, conditions of her bond include no direct or indirect contact with the victim and a state.
Yeah, man, this is big news, but nobody's talking about it. It was just about a month ago. It's crazy. I mean, my whole thing is, like, why don't Angel Reese and Cheryl Swoops and all these women, why won't they say that? It's fucked up. This woman's a monster.
News 10 starts with breaking news.
First at 6, new details in the arrest of South Carolina women's basketball star Ashlyn Watkins. WIS obtained the University of South Carolina police report, which details the events that transpired before the arrest. According to that report, it all started early Saturday morning at the 650 Lincoln Street dorms with an argument between Watkins and the victim, who investigators say is a minor. The report,
who investigators say is a minor. Ma'am, why would you be doing this to a minor? Yo, see how messed up we are, yo? Now, if I had a larger channel, this would be some news. How's this? This is South Carolina. Didn't they win the championship or some shit? And like I said, it's a beautiful case study because you got, okay, black women want to be black men. The war is against alpha black men, right? So you want to have a relationship with a black woman. First line of order, right? Then you want to be a celebrity like the black man, not realizing that the black woman is an opportunist. So in a relationship with somebody that she deemed greater than her, she wants to bring that alpha down to size. She wants to let that alpha know, I can end you. Alpha males be like, so what, bitch? So she wants to play the role of an alpha male and be like, so what? So the girl went and cheated on her, okay? And she went to go put hands on her because she believes she's an alpha male. And she believes men put hands on women. And when she see a man putting a hand on a woman, she be like, word up, women's rights. Don't you put no hands on no women. But she wants to be an alpha male, and she did the same thing. Now, what happens is whether it's a truth or a lie, the alpha male is placed in a scenario where women will lie on them. So now you're getting what the alpha male's getting, whether you put your hands on her or not. You're getting the $30,000 bail. You're getting suspension from the team. You're getting the same treatment that an alpha male is getting, whether you did it or not. So whether you didn't do it, this is what you're going through. Now, if you did do it, they're not done with you. Now, what does this woman think alpha males are supposed to do? Go get little girls. Go back to the high school. Go get the up-and-coming high schoolers. Have basketball camps like P. Diddy. That's what she's doing. It's sad, man. This is not how men live. She's got a false man's life.
Street dorms with an argument between Watkins and the victim, who investigators say is a minor. The report says that officers responded in reference to a fire alarm and found the victim allegedly being restrained by Watkins from jumping over a ledge at the...
Now, that's my whole point. That's where the story is mixed up for me. They had a warrant, but when they got there, they still saw the girl doing something. The way that they got there was because of the fire alarm. That's a little sketchy. Did they have a warrant already for a separate incident? You see what I'm saying? Now, they had a warrant. She pulled the fire alarm. We don't know which time, but when they got there this time with the warrant, they saw her doing something else. So because that's what it sounds like.
South Carolina women's basketball star Ashlyn Watkins, WIS, obtained the University of South Carolina police report, which details the events that transpired before the arrest. According to that report, it all started early Saturday morning at the 650 Lincoln Street dorms with an argument between Watkins and the victim, who investigators say is a minor. The report says that officers responded in reference to a fire alarm and found the victim allegedly being restrained by Watkins from jumping over a ledge at the dorm's parking garage.
According to the report, initially the victim said Watkins hit her multiple times.
When they got there, they saw Ashley Watkins trying to stop the girl from jumping over a ledge. Hey, okay. That girl was trying to really ruin this girl. And this woman don't understand this is what men have went through. You are not supposed to be in a relationship with a girl. No disrespect.
A minor. The report says that officers responded in reference to a fire alarm and found the victim allegedly being restrained by Watkins from jumping over a ledge at the dorm's parking garage.
According to the report, initially the victim said Watkins hit her multiple times. However, she later said Watkins never hit her. The report goes on to say the two were arguing because Watkins believed the victim was, quote, cheating on her.
There we go. Watkins believed the minor was cheating on her. So whether she said she hit her, whether she was lying or anything, they would place a man dealing with a minor as a monster. And she did all this because that minor, which she don't know nothing about being a man, so I don't know why she trying it, is cheating on her because she's big Ashley Watkins. She think that nobody would ever dare to cheat on her, because if she do, then I would put hands on you. But let's say you didn't put hands on her. Why are you with a minor? Why you ain't with somebody of age?
From jumping over a ledge at the dorm's parking garage.
According to the report, initially the victim said Watkins hit her multiple times. However, she later said Watkins never hit her. The report goes on to say the two were arguing because Watkins believed the victim was, quote, cheating on her. Police determined the victim was not suicidal and was not trying to jump. Watkins was charged with first-degree assault and kidnapping. She was granted a $38,000 bond. Watkins' attorney, Todd Rutherford, spoke to WIS, saying Watkins maintains her innocence. A spokesperson for the women's basketball team says they are aware of the situation and are continuing to gather information. Now, of course, this is a developing...
Bro, Why we don't know about this? This is a big story. Basketball season is right around the corner, I believe. So, you know, whoever watched this video, you say, okay, is that girl Ashlyn Watkins in there? Are they talking about what's going on with her? And this will let you know how they're hiding it. They trying to, you know, keep this quiet, try to get that girl. That girl, they got to pay that girl off. And this is what she don't understand what happens to men when you try to be a man. This is what happens. Now, let's go to the coach. Why the coach ain't coming under fire for this? If this was Rick Pitino or somebody, these whiteys are after her, though. I'll tell you that. Yeah, baby. These WNBA women are something else, and this is the truth here. This is the truth of a lot of stories that can't be spoken on.
Kidnapping on Saturday, August 31st. According to AP News, Coach Staley said nothing has changed with the status of the board suspension and that she is unsure when or if Watkins would be available for the season. Staley said,
Hold on. We got Dawn Staley live. I seen it. Wow, this woman. Woo-wee. This is what's going on out there. Crazy shit. She's with a minor. Forget everything else is a lie. Besides the fact that she's mad that this minor was cheating on her.
Envelope in the mail because I've given to St. Jude's to do it in this way to do the hospital.
Let's get it. It's sad, son.
I mean, the status is still the same. You know, nothing's moved yet, and we're not going to move until her situation's.
Hang on, let's just get this out of the way. What is Ashlyn's status going forward, and do you think she'll be with you guys when the regular season ends?
I mean,
before she answers that question, let me take a sip of tea. She's with a minor. She should be kicked off the team. Forget whether the charges go through or not. She's with a minor. And the minor said that she cheated on her. What does that, don't that mean that there's some statutory stuff going on? Or it's only statutory with a man? How does this work? She's with a minor. Shouldn't she be off the team? The minor said they cheated. What did that, does that mean that they did it? Or we can't prove that? Unbelievable. How we can't prove that they did anything. But the girl says she cheated. Wow. WNBA players got a history of domestic violence. Not shocked. It's happening in college too. They want all the accolades of the men, but don't want the problems. They swept this under the rug quick. That's crazy. She's with a minor. She should not be having basketball camps. She's going back to high school, grooming children. These people are sick. She should be suspended indefinite until we find out, did she do it with a minor, which nobody can prove. That's the fucked up part. They still got an out on a man. So if she did have sex with that girl, we can't prove it. Unless that, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to prove it, but how do you prove lesbian rape?
the status is still the same. You know, nothing's moved yet, and we're not going to move until her situation settles down a little bit. And that's out of her control, out of our control.
How's she holding up?
It's great. She's great.
Don't last year at the time, we ran to daycare. Have you better how long
Chad.
this year is the same?
Listen, they have not made it to preschool. So we're still very much in the midst of daycare. And I don't care because if they can win us the national championship and if they can follow up and do it again, you know, let's go daycare.
So I have a girl that's being charged with stuff on a minor. If all the charges go back, it would be okay when her sister, when it cools down and find out that she didn't assault, but she was just dealing with a minor. It's okay. That's just being part of the daycare. Now, if we get another championship, daycare it is. That's how women get treated. And that's all a black man has ever said. If you could take that sort of power and place it, you know, across community wide, we could get somewhere. But y'all keeping all of these things one-sided, selfishly. Whatever. It's fucked up. She said, as long as we get another championship, it's all good. Wow. This girl was with a minor, y'all.
Tonight, an update on USC women's basketball player Ashlyn Watkins. South Carolina's athletics department confirming to us tonight that Watkins remains suspended from all team activities despite reports otherwise. This comes after Watkins was arrested last weekend, charged with assault and kidnapping. According to the warrant, Watkins admitted to assaulting the victim.
She admitted to assaulting the victim, who is a minor. All right? The minor said that she assaulted her because she cheated on her. Who the hell does Ashley Watkins think she is? Now, you know what would be really nice, right? If she cheated on her with some eggplant. That would be really cheap. Yo, you cheated, yo, you put some eggplant in my box. Yo, I'm gonna kill you. You put some eggplant in my box. Yo, what are we doing? That's my black sister. Why, black sister? Why? Why do you put yourself in this weird situation? To be selfish and not let a man have your vagina and some of your accolades. Why? Why would you just be like that and so selfish against men? Why? Now, as men, we supposed to have her back. But how can we do that? She's not down with us. It's messed up. Look, she got basketball camps with little kids. See, we could make it nasty. We could make it nasty. Look, she around number little girls grooming them. We could make it nasty the way they do Diddy and everybody. Because they're all the same. We could make it nasty now. Look, she around number little kids. Look. You got to look up the case from 2004. Player Marcus Dixon was still in high school and was sentenced 10 years for sex with a high school girl that was older than him. They called it statutory. Wow. Look at her. She around number little kids. Look at this bullshit. Come on, man. They get to fucking move around. Look at this. Look at this. That's some P. Diddy shit. That's some P. Diddy shit. There you have it. There you have it. Ain't nothing we said was, look, the news reported this. There's nothing we said that was untrue. She was with a minor. The minor cheated on her. She admitted to hitting the minor. What are we doing? The charge is real. Dawn Staley said, hopefully we get past it and win another championship. not the fact that she's with a minor. But they want to talk about R. Kelly and everybody. We're just looking for equality. We're looking for diversity, equity, and inclusion on everything. That's what we're looking for. For her to be labeled a monster for dealing with minors and taking advantage of her celebrity to be around younger age people to corral them and groom them. Placing her in an unlimited supply of underage people. Come on, man. And that's the problem. I shouldn't be having this conversation. Us as black men and black women supposed to be together. We just saying, okay, if R. Kelly's guilty, we say, yo, we don't want that happening to the black woman. And we say, if this woman's guilty, we want her to get the same treatment. We don't want that happening to the black woman. I'm going to and I wasn't thinking about no women's basketball this year, but I'm watching this chick. I'm going to see what's going on, how they don't talk about it. Matter of fact, I'm going to do like them guys do Wnba and everybody. I'm going to cover this girl. She's a damn right monster. Look at that mugshot. She has turned into a monster. My God. Oh, let me show y'all when she had the little fight. She's rough. She's pretty rough, bro. When you see this, you be like, oh, I can see why she did that. Now, I must admit that this white girl bullied her first. But she got to get her back in the midst of the game. But as a Gladiator BW, she can't hold her head. Clearly. Look, Dawn Staley out there. This is Gladiators, baby. Let's get it. That white girl got the best of her. I don't know why they got these women referee out there. They cannot handle these athletes. Look at the white girl. Get out of here. Let's play ball. Play ball. You don't want to play ball. Play ball. Play ball. Look. Get out of here. Play ball. Play ball. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. That's what Dawn Staley is out there putting. Look at the white girl. Get out of here. Play ball. Just play ball. Just play ball. Just play ball. Oh, God. There you have it, guys. So I just wanted to do that quick little show. I have many other shows to do today. I wanted to get that out the way. Thank you for watching and participating, man. I can't get caught up in this clown business.